All right, so we're good to go. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Excited to have you guys all on here tonight for Winning Wednesday. And this is something kind of different that we're doing just to share the wins that we're having in our weeks and how you can win with us. So, we're excited to have you on here, excited to be here. And I'm excited for a very special guest, Ashley Paulsen, that's going to be sharing with us this evening. So, just a little bit, let me introduce myself. My name's Andrea Rosser. And I have had the privilege of being involved in this beautiful industry for just shy of 10 years now. And the biggest gift that it has given me and my family is options. I came here with very little. I came from corporate America, had a great career. I thought, good job, until I didn't. And the downside of my career was that it took me away from my kids, right? But the upside was it paid for our lives. So kind of you got to figure that out. You got to balance that out. And I never saw a way out of it. I was praying for it, kind of joke around. You got to be careful what you pray for. Don't pray for patience while you're sitting in traffic kind of situation. And I was praying for a way to be home with my kids. And it came to me through the beautiful gift of a layoff. And I lost my job and was terrified. And after about a year, had dug myself into a horrible financial situation, but I found my kids. So it was a huge gift with that. I'd never had the ability or the privilege of being home with them, and I fell in love with it and wasn't willing to give it up. And so that's about when this industry found me, and it changed everything. I've been able to be home with these little beasties for almost 10 years now. They're now, gosh, 12 and 15. Sometimes I would farm them out at this point, but it's a fun age. But I'm so grateful that I had that, and I never would have had it without this. And it truly has provided for our family in every single way for almost 10 years. So I'm excited to share that with you guys tonight because I'm not anything special. You can see that in about 3 seconds. And I'm not doing anything extraordinary. I'm doing something that anybody could do because we really, truly have a phenomenal opportunity. So tonight, what I'd love to do with you is just kind of share a little bit about us, right? Share who we are, our hearts, kind of what we do, and let you decide if you could see yourself being a part of our team, right? Does this feel good to you? Does this sit well with you? Do you kind of like how we do things and see yourself partnered up with us? Well, then fantastic. We'd love to get to know you more. We'd love to help you. We'd love to help you succeed. And that's what we're here for. So we're just going to have a little bit of a conversation. And with that, I have a beautiful, beautiful friend. And I'll tell you, that's one of the biggest gifts that this industry has given me is community, right? Especially right now. I don't know about you guys. I'm out here in California. We're all like supposed to be locked in our basements, but we don't have them. So we're all supposed to be staying home and, separate from everybody. And to have a community of people that you can get here eyeball to eyeball and communicate with has been such a gift. And so part of that is I get to know people all over the place. And so I would love to bring Ashley on. Phenomenal leader, phenomenal heart, great friend who's had a lot of success here. So, Ashley, would you mind just jumping on here with us and sharing your success story with us tonight?
Yes, absolutely. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Perfect. Oh, thank you so much for having me on tonight. I couldn't think of a better way to spend my Wednesday evening with all of these smiling faces. And so I'm so excited and honored to be on this call tonight. What I absolutely love is we all come from different walks of life. We all have different journeys. We all have different stories. But like Miss Andrea said, I absolutely love that this community brings us all together. And so all of our stories are important. All of our backgrounds are important. But a little bit about my story. So I got involved in this industry about 5.5 years ago. I was not looking for this industry. I always tell everyone this industry found me, and I'm so very thankful it did. My husband and I both worked in the oil and gas industry, and I was used to being an employee. I never really knew of anything else other than being an employee. And I had been a single mom at a point in time, and I knew what it was like to live paycheck to paycheck. And unfortunately, um, you just live right up to the needs of that paycheck. And so I've always believed in creating something extra on the side. And so, really, when I saw this opportunity, it was an opportunity to diversify our income. Like I said, my husband and I both worked in the oil and gas industry. And so, all of our eggs were in one basket. And especially within this last year, I think we all have realized when an industry is good, it's good. And when it's not, it's not. Not just in the oil and gas industry, but all sorts of different industries that are around. And so, really, what I saw was just an opportunity to redirect my spending. I was already purchasing the products, I was already taking and drinking and consuming the products that we have here at New Age RX, and really just simply started redirecting it to the company and purchasing it from the company, but more importantly, from myself. And so that's really what I did. I just bought a sample pack of products. I, needed more energy, that type of stuff. And so I just bought a sample pack of products and simply started sharing with my family and friends. And I had joined my mother in this business, and she was a massage therapist. So I knew from a product standpoint, I really didn't have to like go and research a bunch of stuff because my mom already did that. um, and so I joined her in this business, and about 4 months into our business, my commissions were pretty much paying for our house payment and our car payment. That's not always the case for everyone. I always tell everyone what you put in is definitely what you get back. Um, but it was certainly eye-opening in such a short amount of time having those two biggest bills taken out of our home. It wasn't as stressful, right? Like I mentioned, I had been a single mom at a point in time, and like I knew what it was like to be stressed. I knew what it was like to have to pay a bill. I knew what it was like to be nervous to walk to the mailbox, right? And so really just having that within those 4 months was really eye-opening to us, and especially our finances. But really just those on my team who were willing to do the same thing and who were looking for the extra. About a year into our business, about 11 months into our business, my mother had found out her cancer was back, and it came back very aggressive. And when it came back, she actually hit a pin rank in the company. And I've definite she actually ended up passing away 4 months later at the age of 47 from breast cancer. And so I really learned two things in that. Um, Life is so, so short, right? And really, truly, how important your health is at the end of the day. If I can be proactive at my health, I'm going to much rather do that than have to be reactive. And so, really, just going through that process. But what it did for me and my family is I took over the top of her business, and I ended up putting my daughter in my old account business. And so really learning what true residual income is, it is such a blessing. I'm still working with the team that we were 5.5 years ago together. I'm still earning extra income that I was 5.5 years ago off the team, but really just bringing those along with us, because if you've ever experienced residual income, not even to the degree that I have, right? But leveraging your time, leveraging leveraging your time is the biggest thing I can say. June of last year, and I'll wrap it up about kind of that piece of my story, but June of last year in 2020, I was given the opportunity to leave my oil and gas industry job. I was there for about 14 and a half years. And so I was very, very nervous. And I just thought to myself, I might not ever get this chance again. I have a chance to willingly leave, right? Not a lot of people in especially right now in this time frame, get that opportunity. A lot of us are being laid off, a lot of us are being furloughed, a lot of us, that's just the way the world is right now. And so I'm so extremely thankful that I was given that opportunity. But what I did is I redirected my life to New Age RX full time. I've gotten that time freedom back, but more importantly, I get to take my team with me and help them do the same. A lot of times people just get so sick and tired of being in that rut. I always call it the rat wheel, right? That rat wheel of life that we're on every single day. And so really when you do start creating extra on the side, and the fulfillment of helping my team feel better on the inside, but also being able to earn the extra income, it's so much more of a fulfilling need for myself and for my heart than that oil and gas job for 14 years. So that's a little bit about that journey.
Oh, well, I love it. And, one of the things, there's so much there that we all want, like I'm 45, right? And I think about my baby, and heaven forbid, if I were to leave tomorrow, I sure would love to have something to leave her with, right? That
Yep,
could help provide for her. What a gift. What a
absolutely.
gift that would be, right? So that's just beautiful. And I'm just so grateful that you shared that with us tonight. And then, you dug your well before you were thirsty. I think it's Crystal that says that. I'm sure it's famous, but that's who I know it from, is from Dr. Crystal. But the fact that, the world is uncertain right now. There's a lot of jobs, a lot of people are getting laid off. There's just so much going on. And to be able to have something that you can control on the side, so that if, heaven forbid, something happens, you've got something to fall back on. So I'm glad that you did. And I'm glad you were able to make that choice. And, with that, you know, who do you think, like, if you were to go point out people in a room, right? Who do you think could benefit from what we do?
Everyone. I mean, quite honestly, everyone. And I think, like you said, it has kind of been my plan B, something that I did extra on the side, something that, I weaved it into different pockets of my free time that I have. We have two kiddos who are both in 10th grade. And so, like I mentioned earlier, my son's at a wrestling match right now. And so life is busy, right? Like, it's busy for all of us, but it's, what are your goals? Like, what are you wanting to, we're all here for different reasons, but like, I feel like we're all here for the same reason though, at the same time, right? It's that time freedom. It's creating that legacy that you can leave behind with residual income for your family. And really, truly, anyone can do it. It's just a matter of how many people do you want to help, right? How many people can you go out and help? And really just helping your team and people along the way. I think that's, like I said, been the most fulfilling part of my journey, is just helping people bless their lives where they want, and desire what they want out of it. So anyone can do it. If I can do it,
Yes.
you can do it.
Oh, I hear you on that one. I always say, like, who could benefit? Well, people that like money, right? Like, I like an income. Do you like an income? People that love to have fun. We have a great time. We've got fantastic events. We get to travel all over the nation right now, world eventually, when things get back to normal. But and then we can help people. So it is phenomenal in so many different ways. So with that, I want to share a picture here, and don't get mad at me, um, but I'm going to share it anyway. So, guys, I want you to see this, because not only has Ashley had a phenomenal financial transformation, but she also had a physical transformation. So, if you wouldn't mind, um, check this out, guys. Beautiful before, beautiful now, but phenomenal transformation. So, talk to us a little bit about what products that you used to create that health in your body.
Yes, absolutely. Like I mentioned before, after losing my mom, I realized truly how important our health is. But has anyone ever ate their feelings?
Every day of my, oh wait.
Has anyone ever like stress ate, right? And so I think it was a catch 22 for me, because I really truly did realize how important my health was, but I got in that eating my feelings, and I'm going to have ice cream tonight, and I'm going to have all this stuff. And really what happened was, over the last 4.5 years of losing her, I put on about 40 pounds. Um, you always crop up. I mean, I guess that's the benefit of Zoom, is that you can only see this, right? But um, I was uncomfortable in my skin, and I have been involved in this company, for 5.5 years, and it was time for me to be a product of my product. And I take my products every single day, but I was like, finally got to a point, and you really just have to get to a point, because I told myself, I want to lose some weight. I'm going to start my diet on Monday. I'm going to start going for a walk on Monday in the neighborhood. I'm going to go to the gym on Monday. And I really just got sick and tired of telling myself that. And so it just so happened, January 2nd of 2020, a New Year's resolution, right? How many times have we done that? But I really just told myself, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to lose the weight. I want to be comfortable in my skin, and I want to be healthy. I want to be healthy for myself. I want to be healthy for my family, for my kids, and really just got strict with the products. We have the Slenderize drops. I absolutely love them. They were a huge part of my success within losing those 42 pounds. And I loved it that they're all natural. They're have a food plan. I know exactly what to eat. But what I loved about that is the food plan is just real food. It's real clean, low glycemic food, stuff you can get at your grocery store. And it's not, I had to go buy a bar from somewhere and I had to buy this, chili in a bag from somewhere. And it was just real food. And I think that was a huge part of what inspired me to do it, is because that's something I could incorporate long term, right? Um, I could eat that same food once I put one healthy step in front of another, and now it's like it's kind of even crazy to say, because a salad would fill me up for like an hour, and I'm like, okay, where's the snack? Like, I can't wait until dinner. But now it's like my body almost craves it, and so it's funny when you put good in, just how your body changes naturally. But really, just the slenderized drops, I absolutely love. They definitely help with your metabolism and your, different stuff, your sugar levels, but they also help with your hormone levels. And so it helps. I always tell people, like, put your body at a balance. And so that really was a huge part of my success. Some of the products that I drink every single day are definitely the drops, 3 times a day before every meal. But I love the original 5X. I drink that every night. I love the Limu Burn. Instead of a bag of chips, I just drink one of those. Plus, it gives me the natural caffeine in it, so it gives me the pick me up. MOA. I mean, I could go on and on. I mean, I think I don't even know. I purchase a lot of products every single month because I absolutely love them, but they're just my daily staples. And like I mentioned, like redirecting your spending, like vitamins, right? Fish oil. We all buy that anyway. And so it's now I can just get a good quality product, that I know it has a gold standard seal of approval on it, and it is good, right? I think a lot of stuff that we do take in this world, like, turn the bottle back around and look at what's actually in it, right? The quality of the products, what's actually in the products. And I think that's really what sets us apart, New Age RX, from a lot of different companies out there, because we are so strict with how our products are made, what's in them. And I think that's important because they have to work. So that's kind of that.
Well, I
That's
love
all
it.
the
And
products.
there's I mean, I take them all. I use everything. I use everything. And what I love the most about that, and for everybody on here, like, maybe you do not care about vitamins. Maybe you don't. Like, I'm a huge vitamin person. Before I got in this industry, I kept Vitacost in business. If you haven't heard of it, it's like some online, vitamin company. Like, we kept them lucrative, right? Because my vitamins and the kids and, like, the whole family, everybody's taking all their different stuff. And you're right. Like, you flip it around and you think like you're spending good money and you think it's good products, but then you actually dig in and you're like, oh, this is like the lowest quality vitamin B that I can put in my body. And you know what? I can't even process it. Right. And I love that we can trust that our products, and you don't have to trust my word, like, you can go check it out. Like, all of our certifications that we have. I mean, you can find some of our products in the physician's desk reference, but you flip it around and everything from the actual active ingredients to the other ingredients are the absolute highest quality. So you feel good about it. But maybe you don't care about vitamins. You're like, that's not my thing. But you'd like to balance your hormones, right? Maybe you don't even want to lose weight, but you want to balance your hormones, male or female. Well, you get on the skinny drops, right? They're going to help you with that. Maybe you don't care about that. Maybe you just you're an athlete and you're always out and about and you want clean water wherever you're going. Well, we've got a water filter that you can take with you everywhere you go. Maybe you don't care about that. Like, maybe you just love skincare, right? You want to look as young as possible. I wish that I'd cared more about skincare before. I'm caring now. We have a full skincare line that is the cream of the crop. Literally cream. It's the best out there. I'm funny. I didn't even know it. But there's so much out there that you pick your lane. Like, I love that. We're not going to tell you what lane or what you can care about. We say all the different things, like our house of brands that you're already shopping for, right? Like, these are things that you're already getting every day. Right now, you're probably already getting them online, right? That's not going away. That's one of the things that we all are doing right now. Well, now you can order it online, create a business with it, and get paid because of it. And you pick your lane. So I love that. Thank you so much, Ashley. And I'm going to ask you one last, maybe, maybe one or two last questions. But, one question that people always ask is, who do I talk to? Like, how do I find people? obviously your business is exploding. I've, seen so much of you over the last few months, probably. I mean, you've had a ton of success over the last few years, but I've really seen you get out there. Um, well, probably the last 6 months now that I've seen it. But what is allowing you to do that? What are you tapping into? Where are you finding people to work with? I know that's a broad question, but we all want to learn from you tonight.
I definitely think social media has been a huge part of it. I have had several people where I'm like, oof, I don't want to do that in my business, right? I think we all kind of have those friends where it's like, you feel like there's spam like Anderson, right? It's like, oh, here's this, here's this, here's this. And I think really just social media and learning how to pivot with it, but still be authentic about yourself. And so I'm not saying I don't ever post anything about my business in there. I definitely do, but more so using social media as an interaction platform, right? Doing different posts, start building those relationships. Um, and really, like I mentioned, like my success hugely starting off was just my close family and friends, right? Your warm market, people that are there to support you, or people who have been laid off or furloughed. I think people honestly are just looking now more than ever, but becoming more social on social media, but in an authentic way, right? I want it to still be Ashley. I don't want it to be salesy Ashley, but just really incorporating that and just really loving on people, I think has been the biggest part too. Supporting one another, whether they're in another business, whether they're my neighbor, whether they're whoever it may be. I think just supporting. And I think right now, community is the hugest part of what people need and they miss. And so I am so thankful that I'm in this company with all of you and I've met you. And, a lot of people have became my very, very close friends. But I think people need community now more than ever. They need a place for positivity, right? The world can be very negative at times and very dark at times, and so it's finding those people who bring out the light in you, but really just becoming that person, but that authentic person. And so kind of just sprinkling it in, like I said, but doing different posts and doing different things, whenever you can fit it into your schedule. But honestly, I think just making a commitment to yourself, like, I am going to do this. You have to manifest it to the world. You have to draw a line and manifest it to the world. Like, I'm going to continue to do 3 posts a week, and then it's going to be 4 posts a week, but really just being intentional with your time and intentional with what you're doing, to help benefit your business or benefit the lives around you or benefit your team, right? So that's really all I've been doing, is just being more intentional with my time, but becoming more social on social media, and obviously just continuing to love on people, because I think we need it now more than ever. So
Absolutely. I agree. We all need a little bit of love. As Coach Palmer says, like, lead with love, and people are attracted to that because we all need it. We all need that light. So thank you so much, Ashley. So appreciate your time and you jumping on here. And guys, thank you for jumping on here with us tonight. Thank you for, taking the time on a Wednesday to spend 30 minutes with us. And if you want to learn more, and I hope you do, if you want to learn more of the nitty gritty, right? Like the details of what we do, how do we make money? Like, how does this all work? I've got some videos for you. So first of all, I want you to know that we are a publicly traded company. So if you want to look up our stock, you definitely can. We're traded under NBEV. So new beverage is how that kind of stands for, but NBEV. And I've got a website for you to go to. There's some videos on there, 2 phenomenal humans. The first is going to be Coach Todd Rowland. He's been in the industry for like 20 years. He's made millions and millions of dollars and helped a ton of people doing that. So he's going to share just some details. And then the second one is Dr. Crystal Vance, and she's a phenomenal woman that closed her practice, retired from her successful practice in order to continue with her business here with us. And so she's created a ton, has a lot of great information in her video as well. So you can find both of those on our website, which is going to be therxexperience.com. So therxexperience.com. And I will put in the chats in just a second because I can't do two things at once. There we go. I got it. But go ahead and check that out. Go do some due diligence, get your questions answered, then get back with the person that invited you on here and say, hey, I'm ready. Or if you want to talk to us, then raise your hand and say, hey, I've got more questions. Help me make a decision, because we'd love to help you. We'd love to help you get started. We'd love to help you go change your life for the better. So Ashley, thank you so much. You're phenomenal. Adore you. Appreciate your story and you sharing it with us this evening. And thank you guys for jumping on, and we'll see y'all next week.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Thank you so much.